Into Governor McKee's recent budget proposal, specifically what it says about the direction that he wants to take the state. Good evening, and thank you for joining us at 5:30. I'm John DeLuca. ABC6 News reporter Yanni Trigella sat down with the governor today to find out.
Governor McKee sitting down with ABC6 to discuss his proposed $13.7 billion budget. This historic budget including major investments in small business, offshore wind, education, and housing, with billions of dollars being proposed to help lead Rhode Island's economic recovery by 2030. One question about the budget for McKee: what will the cost of living look like a decade from now?
How Rhode Islanders going to be economically a decade from now as these millions and billions of dollars continue to be invested into the state?
Well, hopefully we're going to be positioned stronger and stronger every year on academic outcomes, earning levels. Look, this is our time, and it's our moment to shine. I believe it is, and it's our turn. Finally, Rhode Island is not the first in and last out of economic downturns. And the Rhode Island 2030 plan, your question about where we're going to be then economically, is all about positioning Rhode Island so it's no longer the first in and last out of these economic downturns.
Another issue plaguing Rhode Island: housing, with many residents struggling to keep up with their monthly rent payment. When asked if he would consider relief checks for residents, the governor undecided.
That's under consideration in your administration?
Right now, we're going to do an overall housing plan. Rentals is part of it. Home ownership's part of it. We want to make sure that people who are having struggles with their rental will get assistance.
In recent months, homelessness gaining more attention across the Ocean State. And most recently, Housing Secretary Josh Saul resigning from his position just 1 year after being appointed.
Was he asked to resign? Was that something by?
No, so we're happy, with the fact that the secretary, we accepted his resignation. Very pleased we were able to really move very quickly and put Stephen Pryor in that other spot. The homelessness issue, that's, look, homelessness is messy. And you saw it. We put $30 million in a line item in the budget and asked for the General Assembly to approve. And what we'll do with those dollars is we'll secure real estate so that we can have permanent type of real estate to service the several hundred people.
The governor's budget also putting a focus on education, which has been an eyesore for Rhode Island in recent years, as it's dealt with poor test scores and attendance in the classroom. Governor McKee saying investments in new classrooms, scholarship programs, and teachers will lead the charge to turn around the struggling system.
And then we're going to be inclusive, and within the first 100 days, we will have a report, and I will have a public statement that will be backed up by op-eds and other things that'll show exactly how we're going to move over the next 8 years.
And in that sit down, we talked about much more about the governor's proposed budget, from the litter taxes for small businesses to abortion protection rights for women. We'll have more on that coming up tonight at 11. Reporting at the State House, Yanni Trigella, ABC6 News.